Hey, I always seem to make these videos a little bit late, mostly just because tired and that's really about it, honestly. It's not a great thing for a person that makes videos that just come on here and just tired, and there's no energy, there's nothing to feed off of or get from, because that's the whole reason why I make these videos. It's not just for me. It's not just for my family. It's not just about me or my family. It's about everything. Maybe not everything, but about everything. So a lot of times I want to make sure and allow, because before it was just making the video, just making a video every single day, and I changed that way because to me I had to allow time to accumulate and for me to be able to translate my week, or what happened, or what I might be going through or feeling, or whatever the case may be. Allowing myself to give my brain a better opportunity to think, I think makes a better content video. I'm not saying it's the greatest, but for me, it's a lot easier to make it, and I don't have to go by any standards or script or anything else, because life is real, and can't really make things up all the time. You can try, but it doesn't always work out in your favor. But anyways, my kids, right now I just took them to school, but that's kind of a thing like last week, where, I was taking him to school because he didn't stay very long. Yesterday, I think he stayed like 2 hours or 2.5 hours, maybe 3 hours, which is, quite a bit of time. I think he maybe came home at lunch. I can't remember. I was asleep anyways, but today it's kind of, it's more of a nuisance to him, because it's a headache thing. It's kind of seems like a migraine or something similar to it. I don't know if the light has anything to do with it, or vertigo, or I have no idea. But ever since he had the spinal tap, it's just, I think it was like 3 or 4 days afterwards, just started getting headaches. And that's pretty much where we're at. When he's standing up, he's getting these headaches. So it's not allowing him to function like he wants to, of course. I know my kid, he's one of the greatest people I've ever met. And I know it sounds weird, because when kids are kids, they're kids, they're still molding themselves. They're still growing and maturing and aspiring and failing and doing everything else. Like, you don't really know them or get to know them until they become who they are going to be, or see that path that they're already on. And I know my kids, like, maybe they're not the most vocal with their parents all the time, but I know that just through life in general, he's a very open, very kind, and very loving person, but he also is a very competitive person, and I know that if there was nothing that was hindering him from going to school or football, he'd be doing it right now. I know him. He does not shy away from doing the things that he wants to do. So I know that it's not something that's not there that's taking him away from it, you know. So I can't say, I'm not saying I don't believe him. I believe him. I know he's going through all this, but I'm just saying, you know, as he's going through all of this, I have to be as mindful as possible, because I don't know and I can't explain everything that's going on with him, because it's all new to me. I mean, I've had a spinal tap myself, but I never experienced the same after effects for a long period of time. It was probably like 2 days, 3 days at most. But I'm a full-grown adult, and I mean, it happened to me twice and did the same thing. I got really sick and just threw up. So that's what happened. Like, I think the second time that happened, I was driving home because, you know, my stomach wasn't feeling good. I could tell, and I had to literally like emergency stop. And then as soon as I opened the door, yeah, it was everywhere. But anyways, I know that it could be a terrible time, but him being young, it might have just had a different effect on him, or a longer lingering effect. And I got to be a little bit more mindful, because he's going through this transition of coming back, and his strength is a lot better. I know that for him we went to the football game. That's another thing. I don't really talk about it, but I kind of did when I was streaming the game I was playing. But it was super close. I know we should have won that game. But I know there was maybe 1 or 2 plays that probably shouldn't have happened. There's some other things that should happen or should have happened. I'm not going to get into it. Not even going to talk about it. Whatever. But I know there was that possibility for us to win. We should have won. But anyways, I'm super proud. I'm so excited. I mean, I already said this too, but I do care, because I wanted to win. I want them to feel that exhilaration, to be to know that, you know, their hard work pays off, but it still did regardless. I don't want them to not think that. I just know that when I see my son there too, you know, he was able to stand through the whole game. I watched him cheer. I watched him be so happy and supportive for his team, even though he wasn't as mobile, even though he wasn't as vocal, even though he was having headaches, even though he was going through a terrible time. But he's always fighting. He's always doing things that make his heart happy. And I know that, yeah, him being my kid or whatever, you know, kids have their times, and, you know, maybe it's not the greatest, but I think when you see your kid happy or smiling or doing the things that they love, you know, I always overshadows anything negative, always. And I was just happy to see him there. I really just want him to get better, and really sucks that that I have to work, of course, but it's not really just the work, it's the availability, and I know that I could always change, I could always do that stuff, but I think it's also been a tool to help my kids grow up, even though I don't want to look at it like that. But me not being there has allowed them to blossom and maybe it's a bad word, but not the best word. I just think that they've done the right things for themselves, and the input that I've always given to them is even if they don't like it, positive reinforcement, or saying things that they think is corny or cringe. I don't care. I'm like, I'm your dad. You know, I literally have this one moment, because every moment is the last moment of that moment as your kid's growing. So I don't care if they don't like it, but I'm not trying to be negative. I'm not trying to be unsupportive. Always there, even though I'm not, with the times that I'm working. But I'm just so proud of them. I know these videos don't always have a single point to them. But I think that it shows that there's a lot of compassion that goes on in everyday life with parenting, and since things change all the time and your kids grow older, you have to adapt to everything that they go through, even if you don't want to go through it. But that's the great thing. Like I said, these moments are the last moments, because they come and go. They get older. They're going to drive. They're going to grow up and be who they want to be. And you can't stop it. But you can enjoy it. And you can love them as much as possible. So, anyways, I'm tired. And I'm not feeling good. I go see a chiropractor tomorrow. So, yeah. Anyways, y'all have a good week. So happy. I really am. Even if I'm not feeling good, I'm still super happy. Happy for this Cove football team. They're so awesome. I uploaded it. You should watch the game. There's some catches, some spectacular, NFL catches. There was a tip catch for a touchdown that was so awesome. Like, go watch that game. It was awesome. Yeah. I'm so proud of them. And I know this week, I can't remember where we're going, but I'll be there too. There's going to be one game I might not go to because it's far away. I think it's like 4 hours away or something like that. Sorry. I might not be able to make it. I don't know yet. It really depends, because I don't like driving in the dark. Not that I can't see. I just don't like doing it. It's a little bit safer in the daytime. And I like driving safe. So, if I could, like, stay in a hotel or something while I'm there, or over there, somewhere close, so I don't have to drive all the way back. I don't know. I might do that. I don't know. Anyways. Yeah. Have a good week. I already said that, but do it anyways.